Namaste, I'm Roscoe, and today I'm going to be teaching you Bakasana, crow pose. A lot of yogis love working on crow pose from the beginners to more advanced practitioners because it's a great strengthening pose. It helps us build strength in the wrists, the shoulders, the chest, the abdominals, core, and it also just builds strength and confidence and character. It also helps us practice focus and balance. So let's get started. We're going to start on your hands and knees today. So when you're practicing crow, it's probably not going to be the first pose that you try. You're probably going to be warm and have done some other poses to open up the hips and to engage the core. But we're going to start with some cat and cow. So as you round your back in cat posture, practice engaging your abdominals as if you wanted to lift your knees off the floor. And then inhale and sink back down, stretching the front side of your body. Exhaling round and lift with your core. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, rounding. And relax. Curling the toes under, lift to downward facing dog. Pressing heels down toward the floor, breathing. Stretching the hamstrings and both sides of the body evenly. And then coming into a low squat. Take the feet out to the sides and sink your hips down. And let's just kind of rock from side to side a little bit. All right, and then sink it down in the middle. Let's take your arms and let's come into Malasana. Stretch the arms forward. And then take your arms, wrap them around the outsides of the legs, and place the backs of your hands on your hips, opening the upper back and shoulders. And then getting ready to practice Bakasana, let's take the hands down to the floor. And the first tip I'm going to give you in practicing Bakasana is curl the fingertips into the floor. Instead of thinking of your hands as pressing flat into a wall, think of claws. Like you're gripping two big basketballs. So we're curling the fingertips down. Next, we're going to lift the knees onto the backs of the arms. Now, if you're a beginner in your practice, you may not go much further than this point today, and that's fine. What you want to do from here is just practice getting the weight balanced over the hands, relying less on the feet. So we're shifting the weight onto the hands. And as you get more brave and more confident and you feel like the feet are doing less, you can practice lifting one foot at a time. And you probably are going to take a couple of tumbles onto your head. It's really no big deal. You may just want to have like a pillow or a cushion or something in front, which is why I keep these in my room. So if you fall into your head, you dive right onto a nice soft pillow. All right? No big deal. Nothing to be afraid of. But when you're ready to lift both feet, you'll know, because the feet will not be doing much for you. And at that point, we just curl the heels in toward the glutes, keeping the core engaged. Now notice what happens if I do not engage my core. The pose flattens out and I can't even hold it anymore. Okay, so watch what happens when I do engage the core. So it comes from looking like this to looking like this. Everything is lifted and supported. So if you're more advanced in your practice, maybe you practice straightening the arms. Excellent job. And so there's a lot of things that you can do as you become more advanced in your practice. No yoga asana ever has an ending point because we can always go deeper. We can always add balance. We can always add a twist. They're endless. So some options for progressing with crow pose and as you advance in your practice could be things like this. You could practice lifting one leg. Or you could even practice lifting both knees off the arms and advancing toward a handstand. And at first it may just be a little bit, or you may even just go there in your mind. But the most important thing to realize is that even if today you can't get your feet off the floor, that we don't say, I can't do crow pose, or I wish I could do crow pose. You can do crow pose. It's just that everyone is in a different place. Everything that I showed you today, from here to here to here and beyond, you are practicing crow pose. All you have to do is come to your mat and be open to learning. So I hope this video helps you in your practice, and I wish you the best. Until next time, namaste.